Some duets are a hit, and some, well, you be the judge. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 worst song duets.
There's a weapon which we must use in our defense.
For this list, we'll be looking at duets which seem interesting on paper, but were not quite executed as well as we'd hope. While there have been some truly awful live performance duets, this list is only dealing with studio releases. Number 10, I've Got You Under My Skin, Frank Sinatra and Bono.
I have got you under my skin.
This jazzy swing song starts off great as you listen to the soothing crooning of Frank Sinatra, but you're soon greeted with the faint whispers of U2's Bono.
I've got you under my skin.
The parts where the two artists sing in tandem are particularly disappointing, especially when the U2 frontman attempts to add harmonies.
Holding you near in spite of a warning voice.
Even after a quick listen, it's evident there is a lack of chemistry between them, and this is most likely because they were never in the studio at the same time, a demand made by Old Blue Eyes in exchange for his participation in the project. If you're looking for a better version of the song, opt for one sung by Sinatra himself.
Wake up, step up to reality. And each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin.
Number 9, Cruisin, Huey Lewis and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Baby, let's cruise.
Away from here.
This cheesy cover of the Smokey Robinson song was sung for the aptly named movie Duets, and it may have gotten a pass on those grounds if producers didn't decide to make it a commercial single.
And if you wanted to, got it forever.
The film contains a ton of song covers, as the main theme revolved around a road trip with a karaoke competition as the destination. While the song topped the charts in Australia and New Zealand, it did somehow also top the adult contemporary chart. The duet was an attempt to revitalize Huey Lewis's career and give Paltrow the actress the stepping stone to becoming Paltrow the singer.
Cruise with me, baby.
But sadly, after this song, she stopped making music for years, and Huey Lewis, well, still no news there. Number 8, Chillin With You, Britney Spears and Jamie Lynn Spears.
I laughed so much that I cried.
It's Britney, bitch, and this time she's decided to keep it in the family. Her duet with younger sister Jamie Lynn Spears is an ode to their sisterly love and appreciation for one another. But it's clear another genre would have suited this song better.
'Cause I don't got to worry about a thing. When I'm with you, I'm chillin', I'm chillin'.
It goes from a slight country beat to EDM to pop and leaves the whole song disjointed. If you want a better Jamie Lynn performance, there's more out there that go with her style and are, frankly, far more enjoyable to listen to.
Every day, chillin' with you.
It's a cute song at times, but you can't help but cringe every time Britney says "with you."
When I'm with you, I'm chillin', I'm chillin'. When I'm with you, I'm chillin', I'm chillin', I'm chill.
Number 7, Ebony and Ivory, Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder.
Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony.
This uplifting tune uses black and white piano keys as a metaphor for racial harmony. Panned by critics as being too simplistic, it's possible the bar was set too high for these two musical icons, but it's doubtful the song would have worked with any other two artists either.
We learn to give each other what we need to survive.
This song might be bland and overly optimistic, offering no solutions to inequality, but the video is somehow worse. Ironically, McCartney and Wonder didn't even film it together and were instead placed together through editing. In fact, the most fascinating thing about this soft-weight social pandering is that it managed to get banned in the apartheid South Africa. So perhaps its message was at least effective on notorious 80s racists.
Side by side on my piano keyboard.
Number 6, Changes, Kelly Osbourne and Ozzy Osbourne.
I'm feeling happy. I am so sad.
No one expected this from the Prince of Darkness. But then again, no one expected this either. Originally recorded by Ozzy during his time in Black Sabbath, the song was inspired by drummer Billy Ward's separation from his wife. A mere 30 years later, Ozzy and daughter Kelly Osbourne decided to tarnish the original memory of the song, changing the lyrics to be about a father and daughter drifting apart.
I love you, Daddy, but I found my way.
The track was made for the re-release of Kelly's debut album. The album, like the duet, split the room almost instantly, and along with their reality series, are seen by many fans as the Osbournes' last grasp to stay in the limelight. Number 5, What's Up With You, Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson. This is what happens when comedians delve into serious music. Thankfully, along with Party All the Time, these are the only songs that haven't been left buried in the years when Murphy was making music. Michael Jackson is only the featured artist on the song, but even with uninspired lyrics, he steals the show. While Murphy conveys the deeper message of the tune, how human beings need the planet, not vice versa, it is overshadowed by MJ's catchy yet meaningless chorus. The music video is also panned by critics as nonsensical and cheap. Well, at least the Harlem Boys Choir got to say they met two entertainment icons. Number 4, Pretty Girls, Britney Spears and Iggy Azalea.
All around the world, pretty girls wipe the floor with all the boys.
Britney Spears makes this list yet again, but this time with Australian rapper Iggy Azalea in this heavily auto-tuned electro-hop tune.
Eyes on us, jaws on the ground. Watch them go. It's just so funny.
The lyrics are overtly saying that girls the world over get what they want based on their appearance, and was considered offensive to both the pretty and less than pretty.
See, it's a thin line between the beauty and the beast. Slim waisted cake, the whole world want a piece, baby.
The implication that you can only make it if you have a certain look, and that if you don't, you will be miserable, is terrible for a young girl's psyche. Meanwhile, music critics were torn over the track, with some calling it the song of the summer, and others calling it a rehash of Azalea's Fancy.
Gigi Wap, who that, who that? Gigi Wap.
Number 3, Our Lips Are Sealed, Hilary Duff and Haley Duff.
Can you hear them? They talk about us, telling lies. Well, that's no surprise.
In yet another duet sung by family members, we find sisters Hilary and Haley Duff in what seems to be a tune aimed at 9-year-olds.
Our lips are sealed.
Made for Hilary's movie A Cinderella Story, the song was chosen for its secretive theme, mimicking the film.
Our lips are sealed.
It was originally released by the Go-Go's in 1981 as a power pop new wave song, with band members each playing their own instruments. A far cry from Hilary and Haley's overproduced track.
They talk about us, telling lies. Well, that's no surprise.
While Hilary had somewhat of a prior singing career, the addition of her sister with even less of a musical background should have raised red flags.
Our lips are sealed. Our lips are sealed.
When I put on that t-shirt, the only thing I meant to say is I'm
Number 2, Accidental Racist, Brad Paisley and LL Cool J.
the red flag on my chest somehow is like the elephant in the corner of the South.
With a title like that, you know this can't be good. This duet makes Ebony and Ivory look like it solved racism. It's easy to take LL Cool J's inclusion as a sign of good intentions, but intentions aside, the track fails on multiple fronts.
'Cause I'm a wild Southland.
Paisley's lyrics are borderline offensive, asking for an apology for slavery, something no one was holding Paisley responsible for. Cool J's verses are somehow even more egregious.
I want you to get paid, but be a slave I never could. Feel like a newfangled jangle, dodging invisible white hoods.
Comparing waving a Confederate flag, a traitorous symbol of secession from the states that wanted to continue slavery, with a do-rag, which is something that keeps sweat out of your eyes.
If you don't judge my do-rag, I won't judge your red flag.
From that to implying society should just forget about slavery, pretty much everything on this track is offensive and should be considered an accidental release.
Some people didn't connect the dots, but I think ultimately it's for the best because it raises awareness about a subject that needs to be talked about.
Before we unveil our number one pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
When I break, I break, I break.
You got to keep pushing on. No matter how many
Number 1, Sweet Lovin' Friends, Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone.
We're just sweet loving friends.
This is shocking, but yes, the same badass who lost to Creed and single-handedly refought the Vietnam War made this.
Well, you're all I can handle, and that's saying a lot.
The duet appeared on the soundtrack for the 1984 film Rhinestone, a movie that Stallone had stated was the only film he wishes he'd never made. The song feels like an attempt at tapping into the fun of a Loretta Lynn Conway Twitty duet, except that there is very little chemistry between Parton and Sly.
Just sweet loving friends.
There's little wonder to how this track was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Original Song in 1984. Stallone didn't go home empty-handed though, as Sweet Lovin' Friends lost out to his other musical offering, Drinkenstein.
But wiser, you created a monster.
The general consensus is that both Sweet Lovin' Friends and the movie Rhinestone itself never be mentioned again. Deal?
You sure you want to be my friend?
Oh, as long as it can grow.
Well, how much growing did you have in mind?
So, do you agree with our list? What are some other terrible duets? For more incompatible top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.